This is great break music, Sly Cat.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's move on. So we just got a lead on Mr. Red White. He works for Blue Corp, which is like a detective agency kind of information gathering. So I would actually expect, considering how evil he is, that it's extortion and blackmail. But we'll go see. Oh, God. Oh, he's got the painting! Ooh. Blue Corp Incorporated CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking you the title of what you go by. Right. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake! Wow, I'm surprised they used that word.
They said, okay, that voice is awesome.
Okay. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? So what he's insinuating is that lawyers have learned better than to ever come even suspect him of anything.
Yeah.
Yipes! This guy's arrogance is off the meter, is off the scale. Alright, so I just noticed Yusuke's in there today. He's one of our only Japanese, true Japanese, by which I mean not just Japanese descent with Japanese parents. He actually lives in Japan, all out.
Authentic.
Total Japanese. And he was telling me not to jump to conclusions about the Japanese law system that we were talking about. I'm getting mixed messages from a lot of people because people have been sending me articles saying the Japanese law system is pretty crazy compared to ours because it is proving you're guilty until proven innocent. But apparently, cases are never really brought to court unless the prosecutor thinks that it's for sure they can get a guilty verdict. 99% of cases end up being guilty, which is a scary fact until you realize that prosecutors just throw out cases that they can't be guaranteed they're going to get. So it's weird.
It's still kind of a strange system.
It's still there he says hi. Still feels weird because, can you imagine all the petty things that are thrown out? Apparently I read another article that said a lot of juveniles get away with shit because they just don't bother even bringing it into the system. They're like, fuck it, it's not worth trying to prove it, etc. So, I don't know. But Yusuke says that he has some qualms with the way that people are portraying it in the chat room and I guess how we are believing the chat room.
Never believe the chat. Lesson learned.
At least not verbatim. All right, let's ask him about Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp. Oh, she's an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. That's a horse.
Yeah.
What a shock it was done to hear. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. Fuck me. Holy crap. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? I have a feeling he told her to do the wiretap. Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not a part of her job description. What she does gather information for us as part of her duties. But, I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. Seeing if Yusuke was going to respond at all. It is ineffable that she would do this. Yusuke has a delay because he has to go through a translator who translates it for him first. What we're saying.
Right.
Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. I should do the face too.
Oh, it
It'd
looks
be hard to
painful.
talk and do that face.
I could try. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to the mundane details such as time and place.
It looks painful.
My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
It looks really painful.
Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated for the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you.
Neutral face.
If you want to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as Miss April May. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Wow, that hurts. Where did Yusuke go? I thought he'd respond to that and be like, yeah. It's true.
Could have missed it.
What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future.
All I wanted to say is that the legal system in the game is fictional and not based on Japanese law.
Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of like it though, if it is like everything's in the defense's court to prove, whereas here it's everything's in the prosecution's court to prove. It's like opposite, and that's how Phoenix Wright is, opposite of what our system is. Sell information? In just 10 years? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into a grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO... wow, that broke. As founder and CEO,
Did you just
named it
puberty?
so. Yeah. And why, you ask?
Now you sound like a Muppet.
Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? I feel like that's better because the other voice is one I like to apply to heroes. Guys like, you know, Groose and stuff. I don't know. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. It's gorgeous. It's a very striking piece of art. Magnificentatious, isn't it? Yeah. Why am I making small talk?
Oh no, you can't say the other things?
No, I can. But first
Okay.
time, I just realized I want to examine some things before I finish with them here. So, we'll start with the trophy case.
Give it a second.
That voice went from intriguing to Troy McClure to Kermit the Frog. Bless you.
Oh, wow. Hope that dynamic compression kicked in. Oh, blah. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges, special runner-up, best participation, Judges Cooperation Award,
You have killer
special
eyesight.
good
man.
try prize. The words judges and, yeah, that is amazing eyesight. The words judges and special kind of stand out. So he bribes judges, I think it's what it's saying.
Man, look at that friggin' desk.
Pretty badass.
That's a hot desk.
What are those guys doing?
The defendant does not have to prove to be innocent in Japan. What? People sending me crazy shit.
What the
I
hell?
don't know.
Fraser, that sneeze was Becky's line.
Yeah, sorry. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. Can't we all just agree the Japanese walk upside down on the other side of the earth?
They don't?
They do. At least that's my recollection. My, this is quite the thing. It's modeled on my body, see? Did he just show his body? Well, does its sleek, round nature not inspire you? Huh. Interesting. Did I look at this? Statue of a man holding the world. Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. Oh, this is of course Mr. White. Oh shit. Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beauticious for just about anyone to appreciate. Alright, let's examine this painting now. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity! I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original, with 5 million for sure. Talk about that painting. That big painting on the wall? I've seen it before, asshole. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? Well, I wasn't here yesterday. My point is simple. Or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? No, that was pretty unoriginal. Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch zippo nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What?
What?
Huh? He punched me!
What?
Holy shit! Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. It is for you. It is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they will all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you? Fuck, it's breaking again. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live a life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. Fucking
Can't we charge him? He just punched us.
Dude.
Yeah.
We are lawyers.
Things are kind of stacked against Phoenix Wright in this world. I guess I could try to present some things. Would you be kind enough to cease your name chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out! I have nothing more to say. Fucker. But what about my attorney's badge? Fuck.
What about his
Picture of him. Come on! Fine.
Let's get out.
I don't know what to do then. Go to Grossberg and ask him what the fuck's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, when we come back, we're gonna go talk to Grossberg about a life lived purely for profit, as Mr. Red White said.